Right now, I'm going to show you how to put on new string for your weed whacker. So you're out of string and you need to put on some new. We'll go ahead and walk you through that process. So a lot of these housing components are the same. So whether or not you have the same weed whacker, string trimmer, weed eater, whatever you call it, they're all going to be very similar. So they've got these little tabs, you push those on the side, you take off the cap here, you pull out the old spool, and now you can put on new string. So this one obviously still has string on it, but what you can do is you can just buy this string online, and it's a lot cheaper that way. So for this brand, they do have pre-strung spools. These ones are really expensive, kind of cost, dollar for dollar. So this whole packet here cost about $26, and I get about 90 feet. So these are 3 30-feet spools. I get 90 feet. For the same cost and the same diameter wire, I could get it online. I can get 2,000 feet for the same price on just a big spool that isn't wound. So it's up to you on what you want to do and how you want to do it. So first of all, we'll just pretend here that we don't have any on this spool. Now this is a 30-foot spool, so I can put 30 feet worth on here. Now each one's going to be a little bit different. So if we look at here, we do have a little groove here and a hole. So what you do is you take the string, you put it down the hole, and then you hook it around and you pull it over to the side, and that is going to lock your string in place. And then you're just going to kind of take your time here, and it seems tedious, but it only takes a minute. And then what I like to do is just kind of thread it on, spin the spool with a finger down on it, and just kind of spin it. And then I can just start like a show or something, or listen to a podcast or music or whatever, and then I just hold it tight with my finger down, and then I just kind of wrap it around here. Try to keep it nice and neat and really tight as well, because I don't want it to unspool when I put it back in there. So I'm just going to take my time here and wrap it. And that was it. So that just took about a minute or two. It really wasn't bad. And now I've got 30 feet of new line here on the spool. Now to put it back in, a lot of them are the same. They're going to have the same kind of gear system that they'll just let out as much string as they need, and then it clicks back into place. So you want to make sure that that gear is facing in on the head compartment there. And then you also want to make sure that you don't let go of the string, because you don't want everything you just did to unravel on you. So they have these little outlet holes here, and then you will just feed the string through there. Then you will push the new thread up against the housing compartment, hold it in place so everything stays nice and tight. Once you have that string through, it's going to want to kick back, so it's kind of holding itself for you, so it's not going to unravel. And then you can just put the headpiece back on. So in this case, this one has a spring here. It's going to hold all of that tight and in place, and it's not going anywhere. So there we go. We've got the string here. They're all a little bit different. This one's got an auto feed, so I don't have to manually do anything as far as that goes, and that should be helpful. Now on this one, and a lot of weed eaters, you can obviously look at the instruction manual as well, but this one has it nicely right on here. It tells you what diameter of string to get for it. So in this case, mine is 0.065 inch, or that's 1.65 millimeter, but just check the directions or the instruction manual, or look at the cap and see if it says it on there. A lot of times it'll say it somewhere on the weed whacker, the weed eater, whatever you call this, the weed whacker, the weed eater, or the string trimmer. So there you go. Hopefully that was helpful.